What's going on? J Fingers. So you moving to Los Angeles, huh? Alright, cool. That's cool. Look, hey, shit, I did it. But check this out. You need to listen to me because I have done it. And I have a few tips for you so that you don't have to go through the same pain and fucking hassle and heartbreak and shit that I went through when I was moving to LA. So check this out. Stay tuned. 9 tips for moving to Los Angeles. So, decided that you want to move to Los Angeles. It's very admirable, it's very brave of you, following in the footsteps of many people who've come to LA and who've made a name for themselves, who've created an entire new life for themselves. And it's exciting. It's also a bit scary. Look, I've lived in a couple of places around the country now. This is not some new shit to me. I've picked up and moved on a whim. I've moved, with careful planning. We are talking about moving to Los Angeles, California. That's a move that I made about 7 months ago. What I'm gonna give you in this video are 9 tips for moving to Los Angeles. These are things that I knew and did before I moved, as well as things that I became aware of after I moved that I wish I had done beforehand. You take heed, you follow these 9 tips that I'm gonna give you in this video. It's gonna make your move a hell of a lot smoother, a hell of a lot easier, and you'll be thanking me once you got here. You're gonna be like, yeah, fucking J Fingers, he was right. I'm glad I listened to him. I'm glad I listened to him. I'm glad. So you ready? Hope you got your pad and a pen or pencil, some writing implement. Take some notes. 9 tips. Gonna start with number 1. Let's go. Here's tip number 1. Do some research. Don't just come out to Los Angeles all willy-nilly thinking that it's just gonna work out. You need to have a plan of action in place. That means doing some research, checking out the different neighborhoods, finding out which one would be the best one for you. Now me, I took several trips out here because I was a tourist like that. But when I visited Los Angeles, I didn't just do the touristy shit. I explored the different neighborhoods and I determined which ones would be the best for me, which neighborhoods I would like to live in. So I advise you to do the same thing. Now maybe you can't take a trip out here, that's fine. Hit the internet. The Googles are your friend. Is that the Googles are your friend? The Googles are your friends? Google is your friend. Type in, neighborhoods in Los Angeles. You should be able to find out the information that you want. And there are other great websites and resources online to help you figure out where you want to live in Los Angeles. There's City Data. There's I'mMovingToLA.com. Just get on the Googles and find them. So that's my first tip. Do your research. Here's another tip for you. If you can, try to stay with family or friends. Looking for a place in Los Angeles is a nightmare. But if you can find a place to stay, especially with friends or family, it'll be a lot easier on you. It'll be a lot easier on you just mentally as well as on your pockets. So if you can find someone that'll let you stay on their couch, maybe sleep on the floor, maybe sleep in a little corner of some room, take advantage of that. And especially if they're not going to charge you rent, that's some more money that you can pocket and save. That is my tip. That is my advice. Try to stay with family or friends when you move out to Los Angeles. Here's tip number 3. Tip number 3 should probably be tip number 1. It's probably the most important tip, but here it is. Save. Save, 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 save your fucking money. Contemplate a number. You got it? Whatever that number is. It might be, $5,000, $10,000, $20,000. Now, add 25% to that. Trust me when I tell you, you're gonna need that extra 25%. All sorts of things are gonna happen, things will come up, unexpected shit, emergencies. You will not be prepared. I'm letting you know. So, I'm not really good at math, but if $5,000 is your goal, then save an extra $1,200, $1,300 and put on top of that $5,000. When you need that money, it's gonna come in handy. I saved, I hit my goal, but I didn't take into account a lot of things, and ultimately, I ran out of money, maxed out my credit cards, life was hell. And right at the moment where things were about to get better, that's when I was completely flat broke. If I had just saved 25% more of what I had saved, that would have carried me through the bad period and everything would have been A-okay. That's tip number 3, save, and then save more on top of that. All right, so here's my fourth tip for you. Begin your job search right before you move. And when I say right before, I mean maybe about a week or so before you move. And I'm going to tell you why you should wait until a week or so before. At this point, you should know what your living situation is going to be. Therefore, you should have an address. Put that address on your resume. No Los Angeles employer wants to look at a resume that has a New York or an Ohio address on it. Trust me. Secondly, everything moves slowly in California. That includes the entire job hunt, job search, job interview process. It's been my experience, you submit your resume or what have you, if a job is interested in you, they're gonna contact you right away, like within a day or so. Out here, you submit your resume, if you hear back from the company, you'll probably hear back within a week or two. Begin your job search, like I said, about a week before you move. That way, as you're moving from your present locale to Los Angeles, you're also giving the company time to review your resume and cover letter and decide whether or not they're going to call you. By the time you get to Los Angeles, you should have some emails or phone calls saying, hey, can you come in for an interview? We see that you live here. The other thing is, if you start your job search too soon and you are able to finagle an interview or what have you, you actually might not be able to take advantage of the job if they offer it to you. Think about it. You start your job search a month out. You're able to talk to someone on the phone or do whatever. However it all shakes out, let's say that they like you, but shit, you're not gonna move to Los Angeles for another month, and they want someone pretty much right away. That's what happened to me. I started looking for work, I would say a good month or two before I actually moved out here. And I actually took a trip to Los Angeles before I moved and was able to, coordinate a meeting with one of these companies. And they said that as much as they liked me, because I was not already in Los Angeles, they couldn't offer me the job. They wanted someone who was already here. So there's that. The second reason why I say, wait until about a week or so before you move is because you also don't want to start the job hunt too late. And starting the job hunt too late is once you get here. Because the moment you touch down in Los Angeles, whether you're staying with friends and family or whatever your situation is, your savings start to deplete. Because what are you living off of? You have no job. So clearly you're living off your savings. And once they start to deplete, they don't stop until you're able to maintain or replenish them. And trust me when I tell you, looking for a job in LA is not the easiest of tasks. So if you decide to wait until after you've moved, I'm just gonna wait until I get there, and then I'm gonna hang out and go to the beach and do all this stuff, before I get serious, yeah, you're gonna be in a world of hurt because you'll have started the job search too late, you'll have eaten into your savings, and there's no guarantee that you're gonna find something right away. So listen to me when I tell you, begin your job search about a week before your actual move. That way you have your Los Angeles address, you're giving companies time to review your resume while you make your move, and you're not waiting too long and not eating into your savings too much. All right, so that's tip number 4. I hope you're listening to me. Here's tip number 5. Network. Talk to everybody that you meet. Look, especially for this city, the old adage is true. You don't know who you're talking to, you don't know who you're meeting. Talk to people, because you never know how someone can help you out. Someone can help you find a job, find an apartment, find the love of your life. They can direct you to a great happy hour. Networking is key. And if you can, get some business cards made. Go to moo.com, get some cards made, pass them out. Whenever you talk to someone, whenever you meet someone, give them your information so they can keep in touch. And you get their information so that you can also keep in touch. That's a big thing about LA. A lot of people flake. People complain about flaking, but it's just like, well, they flake, but you also flake. In order to maintain a relationship, someone has to step up. You be that person. You keep in contact. You call, email, tweet, do whatever. You be that person to maintain that relationship. And then when it blossoms, it becomes something beautiful. That's tip number 5. Make sure to network. Talk to people, meet people, stay in contact with people. Another piece of advice, travel light. You're moving to a whole new city, and I get it, you want to bring all the things that might mean something to you. Leave that shit. Don't bring it with you. You don't need it. You really don't need any of it. Because you're going to come out to LA, you're going to acquire a whole lot of stuff anyway. It really doesn't make sense to bring all that shit with you. So again, travel light. Don't bring the entire world with you. You don't need it. You're going to replace everything anyway, and it's going to make your life a hell of a lot easier when you finally make that move to Los Angeles.
Yo, secret squirrel in the chicken prince. Huh, be cool, nigga. J fingers on the track, nigga.
So one thing you definitely want to consider is public transportation. This is piggybacking off of my earlier tip, which is, the travel light. That includes your car. Get rid of your car. You can get around LA on public transportation just fine. I've been doing it for the past 6-7 months. I have no issues. I'm gonna do another video that goes into more detail. You can definitely use the bus, use the train. You can get around without having a car. So that's tip number 7.
So then that's when I'm out the words. Hey,
all right, here's tip number 8. Bring some warm clothes with you. Yeah, I know, I get it. I know. It's California, it's Los Angeles, sunshine, beaches, and great weather. It never gets cold. It might not get like nor'easter cold, but it does get cool. You can say what you want to say. When it gets down into like the 50s or whatever, after some time, you're gonna get acclimated to that. You're gonna be like, oh my God. It's 50-something degrees, I'm cold. I mean, you see me, I got on the hoodie right now. It gets cool. You don't need to bring the North Face, or maybe you want to keep the North Face just so that you have a coat when you visit other places. But definitely, bring some hoodies, bring some sweaters, long sleeves. You want to bring some warm weather clothes. That's it, that's tip number 8. That's all I got.
So it will be less than a dime per hour, think it through. Can me.
And here's my final tip. Just relax. You're taking a big step, you're moving out to Los Angeles, you're embarking on a new adventure in your life. Things are going to be scary, things are not going to work out 100% the way you want them to. But look, go with the flow. The universe has a good plan for you, things are going to work out. Don't stress yourself out. You're in LA, chill out, go to the beach, smoke some weed, have fun, relax. Because you're doing it, alright? So if you found this video helpful, informative, entertaining, please hit the like button. Also make sure to subscribe and leave me a comment below. Let me know how your LA adventures are going.
No, you can't fuck me for free. I'm gonna charge you a fee. But you is fine, so it will be less than a dime.
LA, big city.